Can you mute yourself?
Am I muted?
Yeah, you mute yourself.
Okay. This button is not.
Here, I'll do it for you.
Yeah, okay.
All right, we are back in open session on 14.1, potential board action on personal consent agenda. Crystal Kovalarchuk, midday custodian at Ridge Lawn, starting on November 30th at a rate of $11.99 an hour. Can we have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
I'll make a motion.
Okay. Mrs. Petropoulos with Mrs. Lammel on the second. Ms. Davenport.
Aye.
Mrs. Lammel.
Aye.
Mr. Hellman.
Aye, but do we vote on 14.0?
We did, yes. Mrs. Petropoulos
Aye.
and Mrs. Salzer.
Aye.
.3 potential board action to approve of leave of absence for Amal Alwada, paraprofessional at Ridge Lawn, with a tentative return date of January 8th, 2021. Do we have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Mr. Hellman? We have a second?
I'll second.
it.
Okay. I have Mrs. Lammel on the second. Mrs. Petropoulos.
Aye.
Mrs. Lammel.
Aye.
Mr. Hellman.
Aye.
Ms. Davenport.
Aye.
And Mrs. Salzer. Potential board action to approve an unpaid intermittent leave of absence for Amy Camosa, paraprofessional at Findlay Junior High, through January 18th, 2021, with a return date of January 19th, 2021. Do we have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
Mr. Hellman.
Aye.
Ms. Davenport.
Aye.
Mrs. Lammel.
Aye.
Mrs. Petropoulos.
Aye.
And Mrs. Salzer. Potential board action on a resolution releasing closed session minutes. Remember, this is from October. Do we have a motion?
Is this 14.5?
It is, yes, 14.5, sorry.
I'll make the motion to release the minute meetings from October.
Okay. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Mrs. Lammel.
Aye.
Mrs. Petropoulos.
Aye.
Mr. Hillman.
Aye.
Ms. Davenport.
Aye.
And Mrs. Salzer. This is 14.5.
I have a quick question about 14.6 and 14.7.
Yes.
I believe the 11 is the Saturday. I can't find my email.
Let me check real quick.
I pulled up my search for your name on my emails and I can't.
Yeah, let me just check real quick. I'll be able to find it in 1 second.
I think I sent it to my work email.
Yep.
It only goes 2 weeks.
May 14th, you requested, if you want to see it.
Is that the day that came in?
That was the day we listened to, yes.
It's still Tuesday.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't.
I mean,
Okay. So you're on this one?
yeah, you know what? And I will just say, just so everyone can hear me, I believe May 11th is a Saturday. May 14th is Tuesday. I am not sure what days the applicants came in. I remembered it being a Saturday, but it might have been a Tuesday night.
I came in on a Tuesday night.
Okay, so it is the 14th. All right. Sorry, I'm just losing my brain because I can't find my email. Disregard.
So at this time, we're at 14.6, potential board action on the resolution for destruction of verbatim recording 18 months and older, which would be Saturday, May 11th, 2019. Do we have a motion? No. We are not.
I'll make the motion to destruct the verbatim tapes for May 11th, 2019.
Mr. Hillman, do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, Mrs. Lammle. Okay, Ms. Davenport?
Aye.
Mrs. Petropoulos?
Aye.
Aye.
Mrs. Lammle?
Aye.
Mr. Hillman?
Aye.
And Mrs. Salzer? 14.7, potential board action on resolution for destruction of verbatim recordings 18 months and older, May 14th, 2019, which I believe was a Tuesday night.
I'll make the motion to hold and not destroy the recordings for May 14, 2019.
I'll second that.
So just to clarify, the action item is to hold the recordings 18 months and older on May 14th, 2019. We have Ms. Davenport with the motion, Mr. Hillman with the second. Mrs. Lammle.
Aye.
Mrs. Petropoulos.
Aye.
Mr. Hillman.
Aye.
Ms. Davenport.
Aye.
And Mrs. Salzer. Finally, item 15.0, we need a motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion to adjourn.
And I will second it.
And Mrs. Lammle with the second. Mrs. Petropoulos.
Aye.
Aye.
Mrs. Lammle.
Aye.
Mr. Hillman.
Aye.
Ms. Davenport.
Aye.
And Mrs. Salzer.